Welcome to the K. Willis Positive Vibes Podcast. K. Willis Positive Vibes Talk Show on 1580thepraise.com. And it's my great pleasure to introduce you to an amazing woman who is here today to help empower, enlighten, and inspire you to claim your ultimate healing, happiness, and power on this incredible adventure we call life. Her own big adventure began in the year 2000 when she realized that the life she'd worked so hard to achieve was filled with material things and very little substance. She was a successful physician in a small Midwestern town with all the trappings of happiness, but deep inside, she felt miserable, burnt out, and empty inside. She embarked on a quest to reimagine her future, reboot her mojo, and rebalance her life and happiness. And just take a look at her now, okay? So today we have Dr. Kimberly Kelley. Hey!
Yay! In the house. Aloha.
In the house.
Aloha.
Yes, aloha from Hawaii. Come on now. We just, we getting from Hawaii. Yes.
That's it. Full disclosure. I'm actually originally from a small Midwest town, about 45 minutes, west of Columbus.
Yes.
So I've got my roots in Ohio.
Come on, Ohio. Springfield, right?
Yes.
Come on,
right.
Springfield.
That's it. Come on, Springfield. Shout it out.
Shout out, yes. It's some amazing people from Springfield, like you, your niece, Charmaine, and and John Legend. Come on.
That's right. People forget about that. But yeah, that's where he got his roots from. Some great people come from there.
Absolutely, and doing big things. And I am talking to one of them right now. So I thank you so much. I appreciate you taking out your time. You're such an amazing person. And Charmaine told me some amazing things. I had to look you up. I said, yes, I need to get her on my show. So shout out to your niece, Charmaine. You have an amazing family full of entrepreneurs, great, beautiful people inside and out. So I appreciate you guys.
I'm blessed. Thank you so much.
Yes,
I appreciate it.
yes. So we'll go ahead and get into the interview. So what inspired you to shift from traditional medicine to holistic wellness?
So, as you know, I'm originally trained in Western medicine, but when I was having my midlife challenge, I realized that it wasn't Western medicine that could actually heal me. And when I started to do more research about it, I realized that back in the 20s and 30s, Rockefeller actually commissioned a gentleman by the name of Mr. Flexner to kind of change or reposition what medicine in general looked like. And so as I began to do my research on that, I realized, when you think about it, like, well, what did our grandparents use? What did our, great-great-grandmothers use to survive and thrive? Well, it wasn't pharmaceuticals because we didn't have access to that. So as I had my challenge, I reached back to try to do things in a more holistic way, in a more using more alternative modalities. And so that's when I discovered some of the things that I use now, some of the pillars that I use now to help. And I just wanted people to know that even though I'm Western trained, that's not necessarily what I subscribe to, especially in terms of healing chronic illnesses. I mean, in the United States, we've got a lot of money. We've got a very high GDP. But in terms of how our health outcomes are, in terms of lifespan and things like that, we're like impoverished countries. We're not very high at all, even though we have a lot of technology. So, knowing those things, researching that, that's kind of what led me to different choices for my own health and healing.
Okay, so I love that. So you said the midlife challenges back in the 1920s and 30s. Mr. Flexner was the physician?
No, it was Rockefeller. Commissioned Mr. Flexner to go around and look at all the healthcare, look at all the medical schools, because he was an oil baron. Rockefeller's an oil baron, and so he wanted to figure out a way, how could he utilize the oil that he wasn't using in his industry, how could he utilize some of those byproducts? And actually, if you do the research, you'll see that a lot of the pharmaceuticals are oil-based. And so that was the beginning of Western medicine. And politics are politics. we had them then, we have them now. And so basically, he had the means to support the schools, medical schools, and health industries that would support his philosophy, and those that didn't fell by the wayside. And by those, I mean, the holistic medicine, the alternative medicine, talking about plant medicine, root medicine, things like that, that began to be poo-pooed. And if you didn't do what Flexner supported financially, which came to be the medical school system that we have today, then it was frowned upon.
Okay. All right. Wow. So he was basically...
That's just a little bit of history. That's just a little bit of history.
Okay, great. Yeah. So basically, Rockefeller was just basically doing his own campaign on...
That's right.
Okay. And pushing this in the medical schools. But I'm
That's
like
right.
you. Nothing is new under the sun, right?
That's right.
So
That's
we
right.
didn't have all these medicines, and back in the day, your big mama and everything, they knew what to do, and they were actually, you had the babies at home, right? Back in the day,
That's right.
a lot of people, even my parents' age, my parents are in their 70s. Some people was born in the house in Alabama. Look, we're from Selma, so some people was born in the house. They wasn't even born at the hospital, right?
That's right. That's right. And so, Rockefeller was a businessman, and what you realize is you can't patent Mother Nature, and a lot of those ancient traditions and things that we had back in the day, you can't patent that. They were based on herbs and roots and teas and things like that. So all you have to do, what they did in the pharmaceutical industry, was they changed one or two components, and then you can patent it because then it's something new and different. So that's kind of where we're at today. But as I said, when I was realizing my own health challenges, I wanted something more natural. And so that's what I reached out for.
Well, thank you for doing that. Yes. Thank you for having the background and the knowledge of the Western medicine and still, not being the type of person like this is the only way, this is the way or the highway. For you to broaden your horizon, right? Because some people feel as if because they're trained that way, that there's no other way, and there's no possibility to be another way. So I thank you for being open to that.
Oh, absolutely. It's a business. Healthcare is $1 billion industry. It's not necessarily about keeping you healthy, because that doesn't make a good business model. If you want a repeat customer, you kind of have to keep them sick. And I'm being fully open and transparent. Now, Western medicine is awesome for trauma care and combat medicine. We are number one in the world, number one. But in terms of chronic illnesses and how to treat chronic illnesses, childbirth, child delivery, we don't do very well.
And I like when you said repeated customers, because it's a drug, right? And it's a legal drug. The same thing when you have drugs in the streets. It's just a legal drug, So same thing. You want your repetitive customers,
right? Because there are a lot. When you're dealing with herbs and things like that, not as many side effects. But when you distill the active ingredient, then that's where you see that long laundry list of side effects and things that can happen when you take this particular pill or medication that they prescribe. It's real. That's the reason why, because you can't create Mother Nature. You can't recreate Mother Nature. Mother Nature is pure. Mother Nature is the true way. And so we've gotten away from that. And so with Core Wellness Healing, the company that we formed, we try to bring you back to nature, back to what God has created for naturally.
I love that. Back to nature, what God created you for. So with your business, and you mentioned chronic illness. So when someone comes to you and they say, hey, they have, let's say, something, high blood pressure or something, what are some ways that you guys help out with the chronic illness?
Sure. So what we do with Core Wellness Healing, we basically have 6 pillars that we use to help with health and wellness. And we are not trying to take you away from your physician or anything like that. We always say, get your physician's advice, because I'm not your physician, but I can educate you on some things that you can do And so basically our 6 pillars are mindfulness, nutrition, yoga, massage, acupuncture, meditation, movement. Those are the things that we use and that we know are tried and true, and that can make a difference in your overall health, be it diabetes, hypertension. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We keep it very simple. And when you keep it very simple, you have great results. And we do.
Absolutely. So you mentioned the 6 pillars. So how did you guys create that, or what made you say these are the things that we're going to, make sure we focus on?
Yeah. So I was maybe 15 years into my medical practice, and I'm an anesthesiologist by trade. And I had an opportunity to watch people undergo surgery. And my main job as an anesthesiologist is to keep you safe while you have the surgeries. And a lot of times I realized, did they really need to be cut upon? Is there a better way, maybe a longer way, but that they could heal themselves naturally versus this rather invasive technique? Now, granted, that's how I make my living, but that's not always, what I believe is the best for each and every individual. I think you have to kind of look at each person individually and look at, their health history and look at their lifestyle. And you can change things very simply with just a few modifications with those 6 pillars. And I realized that in my own life. I said, okay, what can I do to help me so that I don't have to be cut upon? What can I do? And it was those 6 pillars that I just mentioned. So it was very simple. And once I figured that out, I'm like, man, I've got to share this. And so it was with that conviction or commitment that I said, okay, let me write a book. And me being very naive at the time, I'm like, if I write a book, the world will know. Well, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way at all. But at any rate, so then that's how we develop core wellness healing. And the core, CORE, it's an acronym. It's the Center of Restorative Energy, because I believe that actually God has given us every single thing we need in our lives to heal. But oftentimes, we live in a very, very busy society. We've got children, we've got families, we've got, money issues and trauma, and all of that. But if we just distill it and get a little simpler and bring it back, that we can restore ourselves, we can restore our health. God wants us to be healthy. He wants us to be prosperous. And we can if we know the tools. And so that's what the 6 pillars are actually tools for better health, better wealth, better wellness.
I love that. So, and I like that you did not gatekeep, because once you got the information, you didn't hold it for yourself. Like, no, I'm just keep this information, to myself. You actually shared it, like you said, your book. And how can we get your book? You mentioned it. Let's go ahead and go into it. How can we get this book?
Let's go ahead and get into it. It's actually a bestseller. It's on Amazon. It's called The Road to Mana, Healing and Happiness on the Road to Life. And it's on Amazon. But I'll send you a copy.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
You tell me where to send it, and I'll send you a copy, no doubt.
Absolutely. Come on. Thank you, Father. So you guys heard it is on Amazon. Come on. And a lot of people, Amazon Prime. And the stuff, the information that Dr. Kim is talking about, Dr. Kelley, this is information, like we said, we don't want to gatekeep. So that's some good information to Christmas is coming up. Put on your Amazon list. Come on now, all the holidays, birthdays.
Come on.
Yes.
That's it.
We got holidays, but it doesn't have to be. You don't celebrate Christmas, it's okay. Somebody got a birthday, you don't celebrate birthday, it's okay. You got a friend, you got a mama, you got a cousin. Somebody needs this information. So,
that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, and the thing of it is, it's not a how-to book per se. It's a story. And I moved to Hawaii when I was in my mid-40s, and when I was going through my midlife challenge, that's when I moved to Hawaii. I needed to be away from everyone and everything to really try to find myself and focus on me and my children and how we could be the best that we could be. And so in Hawaii, we tell a lot of stories, and so really this is a story. But within the story, you'll see you may see yourself in the story. And how nutrition and how meditation and mindfulness and massage and even acupuncture and yoga can help you be the best that you can be and bring out your best health and wellness. So it's a story. I can't, I've read through my lifetime a lot of, scientific documents and things like that, and really that's very boring for me. So I just wanted to tell a story to keep people fascinated and engaged in how they can improve their health. So it's just a story.
Oh, I love that. Yes, a story. So people can relate. Like you said, you may be able to see yourself in it. And I'm pretty sure we all will, because the 6 pillars. Let's get into one of them, mindfulness. Now, it's so much distractions with social media and just everything that's going on, stuff in the news, everything. So what technique or, what do you think someone can do as far as getting more into mindfulness?
Yeah, well, I think in terms of mindfulness, I think young people, older people, everyone, our society in general, there are a lot of distractions.
Yes.
A lot of distractions. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Yes. I mean, even on this conversation, I've had 3 pop-ups pop up, already. So we live in a very distracted society. And so I think you have to kind of just take the time to sit quietly with yourself. I mean, turn off the phone. I mean, turn it completely off. Go into another room. Sit quietly. And it seems uncomfortable. It seems a little weird. That's actually what we have to do, is spend time with yourself, thinking good thoughts about yourself, manifesting, because you do create your reality. It's my humble belief. And the things that have happened to me, I know for a fact, you create your own reality. But if you're so busy being bombarded and being distracted, and by the way, that's by design.
Right.
You can't think, you can't manifest. So sitting quietly, just thinking positive thoughts, good thoughts. Taking a little time, if you're a mother or even if you're a student or whatever, just take the time. Be a little selfish. Take the time when you first get up in the morning, before you go over and look to see who messaged you or who texted you or whatever. Just 5 minutes just to relax and create your day. Just imagine, I'm going to have a great day today. And just envision this beautiful day that you're going to have. And you will. The universe, the prayer, the meditation, those things work. The universe listens. God listens to you. You don't have to necessarily be on your knees and praying, but he hears that voice. He hears your voice, but you got to give it time. You got to give it time. So that's what I would say for anyone wanting to know about mindfulness. Just give yourself some time, some quiet time, some alone time.
And like I said, God listens to you, and you can manifest, your destiny. I agree with that as well. I'm all about Willis positive vibes too. So I'm all about, that's why I love stuff and I love people like you, because people think, I guess, people like us don't live in reality. No, we live in reality. You guys are distracted. You see what I'm saying? Yes. That's what it is. Yes. You're distracted.
Amen.
So that's why people feel like, oh, you're really that happy. You're really this. Come on out, because we know who God is. When you know who God is and he's inside of you, come on out, then you can be positive.
And, and when you look at it, is the glass half full or is it half empty?
That part.
You can cry and moan and whatever about it, or you can say, no, the glass is half full or half empty. It's full. I'm full. I'm happy. I can do this.
Yes.
That's how I look. It's not half full or half empty. It just is. And you have the choice to kind of manifest what it is or what it isn't. It's by your attitude. If you think you'll have a bad day, you will. Guaranteed, you will. But if you think you'll have a great and wonderful day, you put that kind of energy, you put that frequency out, that will manifest as well.
I love that. Yes. I absolutely everything. And what you said, you mentioned about the distractions, and
Mhm.
that's, if people watch TV all the time, television, that's the vision that they want you to have. They want you to
Kelley,
be,
vision.
yes, television. Yeah, they want you to be
Tell
like,
lies.
tell
Tell
lies.
lies vision. Tell lie vision.
There you go. Tell live vision. There you go. Yes, Dr. Kelley. Because it's like they want, oh, you're going to be sick. Oh, if you're this age,
Yep.
you
Yep.
can't
Yep.
do this. Oh,
Yep.
your joints should be hurting.
Yep.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? You got an Excedrin headache. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when you
Yep.
mentioned,
Gloom and doom.
yes, and like you mentioned earlier in the conversation about the side effects and all the stuff, and
Yep.
then,
Yep.
yes, and then they want you to be like, oh, this is my, come on now, they want you to claim it. This is my XYZ medicine
Right.
for my condition. Come on now.
Right. And you have to be careful what you speak.
Yes.
You have to be very, very careful what you speak. And so one of the rituals that I do in the morning is I do an I am ritual. I am great. I am wealthy. I am abundant. I am healthy. I mean, that's the first thing I do every morning because I am.
Yes.
Yeah.
Greater is he that's, in you.
Amen.
Yes. Yes.
That's it.
Thank you, Father, for that. So,
Mhm.
mindfulness, I appreciate you giving us, and you said 5 minutes. We can all do 5 minutes, turn your phone off, and then,
Well, look, just don't take your breath. Just how about this? We all go to the bathroom to do what we do in the
Yes.
morning to, excrete bodily fluids and things like that. Well, how about you just don't take your phone in there with you and you stay in there a little longer, and do what you need to do. But be mindful, focus on what positive things are going to happen in your life. Because you have to be very, very careful about what you say because the Bible says life and death are in the power of your.
Yes.
So you got to be careful what you speak to yourself, quietly to yourself, what you say to others. Oh, man, that was dumb. I'm so dumb. No, you're not. Maybe you made a mistake, but you're not dumb. Don't say that. You know what I mean? Just these little things, these little self-talk that we speak to ourselves throughout the day. Well, somebody's listening, so be careful. That tongue is powerful. So speak good, speak health, speak wealth into your life.
Absolutely. And nothing is too hard for God. So, you can have
absolutely not. Mm-hmm. All day, every day.
it. Yes. And you are living proof from Springfield to Hawaii to a
Sprinkle
practice. Come on. Let you know that it doesn't matter where you start or anything. It's
That's
all
right.
about how you finish.
That's it. It's about how you finish, how you play the game, and play it to win it. You're in it to win it.
Yes, definitely in it to win it. I love that. Come on, mindfulness. That's just one. That's just one, you guys. I mean, there are other, but that is one that we are. Because a lot of people, they feel down. Like I said, I'm like, that's why I love you. Because I'm all like positive. I'm positive. So basically share that positivity. And then there's so many people like, oh, well, this and that, and this can't, but you got to set your mind to think about good things.
That's right. It's because that energy, your positive energy, I can see you smiling already on the phone. That's contagious too. That's very contagious. You walk into a room, and you can feel negative energy when you walk into a room. You're like, oh, my goodness, who's mad in here? Who's upset in here? But if you come in with your happy spirit, your bright spirit, you can change people. You can change how they feel about life. You can change how they feel about their day. So keep smiling. Keep that positive attitude. It's 100%.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're
God
welcome.
is good. I tell people
All the time.
Yes, I'm like, I want God to use me every day. So if that's, let me smile, let me be, and a lot of people can be negative, but I'm still going to be positive. I'm still going to bless you,
That's right. That's right. Because you actually know who you are and you know whose you are. And when you do, you put that beautiful positive self out there.
Absolutely. And thank you once again so much for just your energy. I'm loving your energy. I'm like, oh, I love this. Oh my goodness. And your website is absolutely amazing. You guys
Oh,
can
thank
go
you.
on there as well. Once again, because we need to know how to reach you. We're going to go ahead in part 2 here shortly. But how can we reach you? We want to know your website. We want to know, honey, when we go on vacation to Hawaii, how can we, schedule an appointment in advance? Of course, we
Yeah,
got to schedule it. And then back to
absolutely.
your book.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So we have retreats in Hawaii. Actually, I'm actually in Panama, the
Ooh.
country of Panama right now. We're planning our what we call our clarity retreat, and it's in February, the 18th to the 22nd. So go on our website. The website is corewellnesshealing.com, and you can see about our retreats. Some of them are in Hawaii, but we have one every quarter. And so now we're branching out internationally. I love to travel, and I want people to come and travel with me and see the world with me. And why not learn about other cultures and ways of life, but also learning about how you can help yourself. So that's what we have in Panama coming in February 18th to the 22nd, our clarity experience. As I said, we have retreats about once a quarter. The next one will probably be in Hawaii sometime in June. But yeah, just check out the website, corewellnesshealing.com. Check us out there. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube. On Facebook. So come see us. As far as the book is concerned, get you a copy. I'll be happy to sign it.
Yes.
The Road to Mana, Healing and Happiness on the Road to Life. And as I said, it's just basically telling a story. And you will find yourself in that story because actually the story, it's not an autobiography, but it's based on facts about my life and some of the trials, not really trials and tribulations, but some of the experiences that I had in my life. And I just want to share those and share that, yeah, you may get knocked down, but that doesn't matter as long as you get back up. That's what counts. So, yeah, that's how you can find us.
Thank you so much. And also, I did not want to forget, thank you for your military service to us and helping us stay
Absolutely.
safe. And yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That was, I joined the military much older in my life. I had done most of the things that I wanted to do in my career, and I wanted to serve in a different capacity. I wanted to do missions work. So I'm like, okay, the Navy has 2 big ships. They're called the Mercy and the Comfort. The Mercy ship goes out into the Pacific, and when there's situations, problems, earthquakes, famine, things like that, they go out and help the people. The Comfort goes out on the eastern seaboard, on the Atlantic coast, and does the same thing. So I joined the Navy when I was in my 50s.
Oh, wow.
Thinking that they would send me, aboard one of these ships. But do you know where they sent me?
Where?
They sent me to Afghanistan, the middle of the desert. So
Wow.
I was in Afghanistan all of 2020 when everybody was experiencing COVID and all of those ramifications back here. I was actually deployed
Wow.
to Kandahar, Afghanistan. But it was one of the best experiences of my life. I learned so much about myself. I learned so much about humanity. So I wouldn't trade it for the world. So if any of your listeners are thinking about joining the military, I would say go for it.
Wow.
100%.
Well,
It
we're
will
going to get...
change your life. Yep.
Okay, yeah. So we'll touch base on that in part 2 as well.
Yes,
And if you guys
Yes, ma'am.
want to be a sponsor of the show, you can always email me at kwillis, Positive Vibes Talk Show at gmail.com. And thank you for tuning into the K. Willis Positive Vibes Talk Show on 1580thepraise.com, a Go Chip communication station. Please like, share, and subscribe to the K. Willis Positive Vibes podcast. Thank you for tuning in to the K. Willis Positive Vibes podcast. Please order my book, The Principles of Overcoming Life's Obstacles, a 31-day journey to positive living, available on Amazon.com. Until next time, stay positive.